In 1892, Charles Eisenbeis completed his new home that he'd share with his wife, Kate. The German community in Port Townsend referred to it as Eisenbeis Castle. The home reminded them of the castles back in their native Prussia. But the castle was already marked by tragedy. The home was meant for Charles's first wife, who died 1 year before it was finished. Charles died in 1902 and Kate remarried, leaving the castle to a caretaker named Percy. It sat nearly empty for 20 years. A Seattle attorney bought the castle in 1925, but it changed hands again in 1927. Jesuit priests took over and renamed Eisenbeis Castle to Manresa Castle, after the town in Spain where St. Ignatius of Loyola founded the order. It remained with the priests until 1968, when a new owner converted it to a hotel. The castle was sold a few more times between 1973 and 2011, and in 1992, those ghost stories of a monk that hanged himself and a woman that jumped to her death from the attic appeared in the Bellingham Herald. Now, our Haunted Heritage will investigate reports of ghostly activity in 3 locations at Manresa Castle. We begin in room 304, followed by the former chapel, and finally in the library.
We heard the staff talk about the feeling as if something is touching their lower legs and ankles. Is someone's pet. Spirit's still here with us. Can you let me know you're here? We're all very pet-friendly people. Come on. Come on. Come on. You don't have to be shy of us. Kitty, kitty. I wish I had brought catnip with me. I usually do on trips just in case I see a cat I need to get. I do like the kitties.
If there is a kitty here, we will have catnip for you tomorrow.
I did see the pet store in town and the feed store, so we can come back with some catnip or other pet treats for other animals.
I got you tied.
Oh.
If you need energy, go ahead. Take what you need, but we would love to get an answer.
Which one is it?
EMF.
Okay. Is that your root beer over there?
Yeah, but this is an unusual sensation that is making me, it's hard to explain. It's in my throat. It's just an unusual
sensation. Does it feel
sensation.
tight, or does it just feel tight and like you can't?
Yes, but it starts up front and moves its way back, but it's not like anaphylaxis.
No. Are you trying to have Melissa feel what you felt?
I heard what sounded like the shade that time.
Yes.
I did hear that.
Okay.
Okay, we want to resume.
You ready? If you were never a resident of this building, if you never visited here and you're not from the hospital, if you are hopefully a pet or owner of a pet, If there's energy here, if you're what's that temperature?
Something like's hanging out right there.
Mm-hmm. Right at the foot of the bed. Do you normally like to get on the bed? Can you light that up red again if you like to get on the bed? Were you not allowed on the bed? Could you light that up if you were not allowed on the bed? Okay.
When we reviewed the data logger, we did find spikes that aligned to movements around the TracerWire as well as the Envoy.
Hi, I'm Melissa, and we're inviting any spirits to come and talk with us and communicate with us tonight. And you can use a number of any of these lights or devices to help let us know you're here. Tonight I want to see if Percy, the caretaker of this beautiful Ice and Ice Castle, or Manresa Hall, is still with us and can talk to us. There was a wonderful article written about you from a woman who lived in town and who used to visit with you when you were a caretaker here. She didn't mention your last name. Could you tell us your last name? Oh, by the way, we're identifying any noises we make so that we don't... Oh, hi.
Hello?
We may not be able to hear you because of the noise that's coming from the other room. Please use any of these devices, but that simple yes or no would be super fabulous. Thank you.
Thank you. Peter? Peter, really?
Didn't they change their names too anyways? When they joined seminary?
So we have a response.
Yes. It switched from no to yes.
Yes, it is a yes for electromagnetic, so an energy anomaly, which shouldn't be too surprising since this went off.
Peter Hartman.
And who is Peter Hartman?
He committed suicide down on Water Street.
Did you end your life because of inner turmoil?
Or a feeling of unworthiness.
Did someone else end your life?
Was that?
Upon review, the Eddy Plus indicated there was movement when a potential spirit tapped the Envoy, as well as the EMF meters and the Paranormal Tripwire.
Can you tell us what in this room is original to the first owners?
We had some action on the settee. Was this the choir room? When this was the seminary?
We have a machine sitting next
And this, the...
F. Yes, next to
The
me.
settee is going off again.
Keep choosing letters and you can spell something. I see you pressed F.
Father?
What was the question you were asking right before it went on?
I was letting them know that we have this new,
Yeah.
that you had it switched to another, and they decided to check and see already.
Well, let me go check and see the response.
F.
No, it was magnetic. That set it off.
Oh, is my ring magnetic? Is gold magnetic?
No, you're fine.
I don't like that.
No, it wouldn't.
Okay.
That wouldn't have done it.
So if you want to spell anything out, you are definitely able to go ahead.
They just moved. So we are seeing that someone is perhaps joining us at the seat.
Do you recognize that you need guests to come here for this building to stay active for you? With energy and with people speaking to you and keeping your memory going?
Or is
But you don't like 'em?
a period of time?
Is that a yes?
And there was a pretty large German community here. And those German craftsmen helped to build this home.
My mom's side of the family came from Prussia.
What do we got?
Fraction, maybe.
Are you a fraction German? I have ancestors that are from Alsace-Lorraine, so who knows if I have Bavarian or French. What was Alsace at your time? Were you born on another continent?
Does it take a lot of energy to communicate with us?
Yeah. Thank you. So Charles Eisenbeis Sr. and his brother Frederick were bakers. They learned that trade back home and brought that here. Charles and Frederick died on the same day within an hour of each other. Is Charles or Frederick here?
How did he make his fortune?
Started with selling the crackers and hardtack to the ships.
Jake,
Just started building
this is switching.
from there.
This switched on its own back to like the alphabet thing and then back to yes, no.
And Frederick, I cannot remember if I even found his death certificate, or they're just like logs and the handwriting is really hard to read. I've got images of them at home. And I can't remember off the top of my head. I think that was 1907 or 1910.
Okay, 1908, I think it was the Ford Model T came out.
Okay, yeah, so it had one of the, yeah.
Did you have a Model T?
There was a Ford Model T out there earlier today. Did you see it?
Yeah.
I mean, they had rail because of Fort Worden.
Yeah, they had their own like smaller railroad thing, but they wanted like a bigger deal, I think.
Oh, yeah, you wanted a bigger deal.
Did you wake up every day and look outside and see mist and fog and gray and rain and wind and cold on for days and weeks and feel like you were going to go insane or scream or just take a swim one day And never ever go back to a shore.
They wanted to scream for sure.
Oh.
Are you screaming right
Upon review, the Eddy Plus detected EMF spikes when we asked about Fort Worden, the Model T, and German-centric questions. Room 304's activity makes me really think a ghost cat may be waiting to jump up on the bed with me. Something moved across the floor and jumped up to trigger the geophone and Envoy ghost box. It was also interesting to note how a couple of fully charged gadgets died. Room 304 sits right under the attic where the alleged monk and lady took their own lives. The chapel needs follow-up research. We have a potential spirit named Peter who may have regrets about his suicide. Also, the EMF anomalies need a closer look. The library gave us the best clues to identify a spirit. It's likely a German immigrant whose name starts with an F and may have links to a garage or Fort Worden circa 1910. That's some compelling evidence. Ghosts usually don't answer so many questions. What interested me most were the energy anomalies. The gadgets detected so many electrical and magnetic changes. We'll want to research that in depth when we return.